You know that conversation where you just open up your heart to someone? Yeah. I need to tell you something that's going to completely change how you see relationships. When a woman tells you her problems, it means something way bigger than you think. And look, I'm not talking about some surface level small talk here. I'm talking about that moment when she really opens up to you, that raw, vulnerable, real conversation with no filters. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because this content right here could save your relationships. And drop in the comments where you're watching from. I want to know if we've got people from all over tuning in. Let's cut straight to it. When a woman shares her problems with you, she's not just venting, she's testing you. Yep, you heard that right. And it's not just any test, it's a deep test of trust, connection, and intimacy. Because us women, we don't open up to just anyone. We don't expose our vulnerabilities, our insecurities, our fears to someone we don't consider special. Think about it. How many people do you know in your life? Dozens, maybe hundreds. But how many of those people actually know your deepest problems? Very few, right? It's the same for us. And when we choose you to share this with, it's because something different is happening. Now here's a truth that might be hard to swallow. Most guys don't understand what to do when this happens. And I'm gonna tell you why. You've been wired to fix problems. It's in your nature to want to solve things, find solutions, give practical advice. But guess what? Most of the time, that's not what we want. When I tell someone my problems, I'm not necessarily asking for a solution. Sure, sometimes I want advice, but most of the time, I just want to be heard. I want to feel like someone cares, like someone is there with me in that difficult moment, that I'm not alone. It's about emotional connection, not strategy. And you know what else? When a woman tells you her problems, she's giving you access to a really intimate part of her life. It's like she's handing you the key to a personal vault and saying, look, I trust you enough to show you who I really am, not just the edited version everyone sees on social media. That's power, babe. That's privilege. Because while some people spend years trying to break through someone's walls, you got in. And that can mean different things depending on the context. If you're friends, it means you're one of the few people she considers truly trustworthy. You moved out of the acquaintance zone and entered the inner circle. Congratulations, that's rare. If you're just starting to get to know each other romantically, honey, that's a huge green light. She's letting you in. She's showing that she wants to build something real with you, something based on truth, not appearances. She doesn't want to be just another person in your life. She wants to be someone important. If you've been together for a while, it means her trust in you is still strong. And listen, that's no small thing. A lot of people lose that connection over time. But if she still comes to you in tough moments, you're doing something right. Now pay attention, because here comes the critical part. What you do after she tells you her problems defines everything. Everything. Because this is the moment of truth. This is where you show whether you really deserve the trust she placed in you. First, actually listen. And I'm not talking about sitting there with your phone in your hand giving automatic responses like, really? That's crazy. No, I'm talking about looking her in the eyes, turning off distractions, and being present with your whole body and soul. Because we can tell when someone is really there with us or just pretending to care. Second, validate her feelings. Don't minimize what she's going through by saying things like, oh, that's nothing, or other people have it worse. That's terrible. Even if the problem seems small to you, it's big to her. Respect that. Say things like, I can see why that would be hard for you, or it makes total sense that you'd feel that way. Third, and this is pure gold, ask what she needs. Simple as that. How can I help you with this? Or do you want advice? Or do you just need to vent? That simple question changes everything because it shows you're willing to be there in the way she needs, not the way you think it should be. And you know what kills any connection? Judgment. If she told you something personal and you react with judgment, criticism, or worse, use it against her later, it's over. Trust leaves and it doesn't come back. We never forget who made us feel bad in a moment of vulnerability. Never. There's another important thing I need to tell you. Sometimes when a woman tells you her problems, especially if they're about your relationship. She's giving you one last chance. That's right. She's already tried other ways, already dropped hints, already waited for you to figure it out on your own. And now she's laying it all out. Pay attention because there might not be a second chance. And look, this works both ways. If you also open up to her and share your problems, you create a two-way bridge. You build real intimacy, the kind that sustains relationships for years. Because relationships aren't about being perfect, they're about being real. But there's one fatal mistake I see people making all the time. When a woman shares her problems, the person starts feeling sorry for her and begins treating her like she's fragile, like she's going to break at any moment. Don't do that. We don't want pity. We want empathy, which is completely different. We want to be seen as strong enough to face our challenges. We just don't want to face them alone. You know what's beautiful? It's when someone listens to you sharing your problems and then days or weeks later asks how you're doing, if things got better, if you need anything. That shows the person actually cared, that it wasn't just empty talk. That builds bonds that last forever. And there's another layer to all this that few people talk about. When a woman tells you her problems, she's also getting to know you through your reactions. She's watching to see if you're empathetic, if you're patient, if you're trustworthy, if you can keep things confidential. All of that is being processed, even if subconsciously, because we're always evaluating whether people are safe to keep around. So if you received that trust from someone, honor it. Don't spread to others what was said in confidence. Don't use it against her in a future argument. Don't make jokes about something that's serious to her. Because once broken, trust is almost impossible to rebuild. And if you don't know how to handle this, if you really don't know what to do when someone opens up to you, be honest. Say, look, I'm not great with words, but I'm here and I care about you. Sometimes honesty about our limitations is more valuable than trying to pretend we know everything. At the end of the day, when a woman tells you her problems, it means you matter. It means you passed the initial trust test. It means she sees potential in you, whether as a friend, partner, confidant, or all of the above. It's a gift she gave you, and like any valuable gift, it deserves to be treated with care and respect. So next time a woman opens up to you, remember all of this. Take a deep breath, put your ego aside, turn off problem-solving mode if necessary, and just be present. Because in the end, that's what we want. Someone who's truly present in our most vulnerable moments. And if you're a woman watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You've been through this, you've tested people like this, you've been disappointed, and you've been pleasantly surprised. Share this video with someone who needs to understand this. Sometimes people don't know because no one ever explained it to them. Well, that's what I needed to say today. I hope this helped you understand the female universe a little better, which, let's be honest, isn't always so simple. But deep down, we just want to be heard, understood, and respected. That's not asking too much, is it? If you enjoyed this content, smash that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And tell me in the comments, have you been in a situation like this? How did you react? Let's share experiences because everyone's got a story to tell. Big kiss and see you in the next video.